Hiya guys, muddledmuppet here, how are you doing? Bringing you some news and discussion on the latest patch 105 for Grand Theft Auto. Now, in fairness to Rockstar, before this patch came out, they said it was really just going to be about addressing issues where players are still losing progress. Now, I don't know how much of a problem that is. Going by the forums, no one seems to be losing progress anymore. No people on my friends list are losing progress anymore, and this has been the case for some time now, so I'm not really quite sure why that is needed. Like, maybe it is. If you have been losing progress and stuff, let me know, but it seems to be as if those problems are already resolved. What I want to discuss is some of the things that the future patches should be addressing. Now, I'm doing this in the spirit of Rockstar said that they listen to the community, they listen to players, and they kind of want to develop the game in tandem with what players actually want from the game. So I'm going to be discussing a few different things along those lines. Now, the gameplay here is, once again, me and my friends are doing Base Invaders, but we thought we were going to try and do something a little bit different, so we thought we'd do it with the Dusters as our vehicles. And there's two of us in each Duster. What we wanted to do was for the passenger to be able to drop grenades and see if we could do it that way. But unfortunately, when you're the passenger in the Duster, you can't do that. You don't have access to your grenades, and I mean, that's a crying shame. That would have been so much fun. And you have to wonder whose decision it was to actually say, right, no, let's not let the players be able to drop grenades from these planes. Let's not allow them access to any weapons while they're in them. Why make those sort of decisions? Now, if it was an oversight, well, maybe that is something that could be patched in, because it would be quite fun to do missions in different ways. Sorry, I've got the sniffles again this morning. The house is fucking freezing. I don't earn enough to be able to have the heating on all the time. Right, there's no fix yet for players dropping after a mission. If, like me, you tend to play Grand Theft Auto Online with a bunch of mates, what you'll frequently find is, particularly on the first mission that you do, everyone will drop out, often to public free roam sessions. Sometimes just they drop out to their own lobby, and you've got to go through the rigmarole of inviting people back in again. Now, okay, it's not the end of the world, but that is something that needs to be addressed in a patch. Sorry, I'm just... When we were doing this, one of my friends, that one, is his gamer tag, and we were saying about not being able to drop stuff out of the planes, and he said you can only drop a big sack of shit from it by pressing triangle. I thought that was quite funny. Other things, anyway, that need to be addressed in future patches is make descriptions accurate when you're buying off the website. So, for example, you look at the mule on the website to buy it, and I forget how much it costs you. Maybe $700, $500, $800,000. I can't remember. And it says it holds 10 people. And then you buy it and it holds 2. You look at the buzzard and it tells you it holds 2 people. And you go to buy it and it holds 4. And also, there's countless vehicles on there that still don't have a picture and give you any idea of what it actually is that you're going to buy. Those things need to be addressed. Other things that me and my friends were talking about was to make vehicles useful. And by that, I mean, for example, buying a private jet. It would be kind of cool if, say, there was a mission at the airport and you needed a private jet to be able to land and not get attention. At the minute, buying a private jet really is like nothing. It's like, what's the point? It would never be used in a mission. You still have to pay $1,000 each time you're going to use it. So it would only be useful in free roam. And in free roam, you can just go and get one anyway. And there's still so many vehicles that just have no use whatsoever. I bought the tank. It cost me $1.5 million. And okay, you can have a bit of fun with it in free roam for a little bit. And that's it. you know, nothing else. Still costs you $1,000 each time you want to use it. Absolutely no use for missions at all. And it's like, what's the point? So if the game is to develop, all these different things that you can buy should actually have some kind of use. Now, actually mentioning that tank, I said it can be fun for a while in free roam, but you can blow up enemy, you know, not enemy cars, friends' cars by mistake, because you say blow up a police car that's close enough to your friend's car, and there's a big chain reaction, and all the vehicles in that area get blown up, and you end up labelled as a bad sport, and you can go into the bad sport lobbies. Now, I'm going to actually discuss that in a separate video, so I don't really want to discuss that much now. But again, it just shows that how some of the things that you can buy, while they initially sound really cool, they're not really much fun, and they're pretty useless. Now, as we're approaching the base here, I said to me mate, I think it was DGM who was piloting, but I said, fly up really high. I want to try something because I've never tried it before, or if I had, I've forgotten all about it because I have the worst memory. But I wanted to parachute out and see if I could drop grenades while parachuting. And guess what? You can't. So again, it would be something that's like fun and cool to do while you're parachuting down. Let loose with your rocket launcher or a grenade launcher, or even just throw some hand grenades. But you can't. Just like nothing. Just your micro SMG or pistols are available. Now, it can be explained away in gameplay mechanics if you want to, but surely a game like this should be about the fun that you can do and about doing crazy stuff. And you can't do crazy stuff. That needs changing. You know, if you're going to keep this game alive, that's the kind of stuff that needs changing. There's other game mechanics that need to be addressed in a patch. Sorry, that wasn't a pause for dramatic effect. That was a pause while I have a smoke and a slurp of my coffee. But, oh dear me. Sorry, I just can't stop sniffling. Yeah, something that needs to... Oh, watch this. This is funny. Now, I haven't played this game for about a week. Certainly since Assassin's Creed came out. As regular viewers on my channel will know, I've been playing that quite a lot. And so I jumped back onto GTA Online. And I can't remember the controls. Now, this next comment does not just apply to GTA, right? It applies to all games. Is when will developers give us mappable controllers? Right? Because if I'm sprinting in this game, I want to use the same button that I sprint with in Assassin's Creed, and the same button that I sprint with in Gotham Imposters or Battlefield. You know, like, I know that various games are going to have various things that are different. I understand that, but if we were able to make our controls mappable, we would be able to do that. You know, to just have the same basic sprint and fire buttons, the same zoom in buttons across any game that we play. And it's a fairly basic thing. And I don't understand why we don't get that yet. I want to be able to play a range of games. And when I play them, I don't want to have to relearn controls. And that's basically why I died in that last game there. In that last few minutes. So, you know, if you are considering player feedback, I don't care what game you're developing, think about that one. One thing that greatly needs to be changed in GTA though is to give it any kind of longevity, is to be able to complete missions in different ways. There are a limited amount of missions. Forget this 500 different missions crap. There's not 500 different missions. There's a dozen different missions across the 3 or 4 different sort of play game styles. Now, say for example, I want to approach a mission and do it at a distance sniping. The people that I'm sniping shouldn't be able to, from firing blind behind cover with a micro SMG, be able to do more damage than I can do with a sniper rifle, right? They shouldn't be able to headshot me in one burst across half a map with an SMG while they're blind firing, right? I don't know, this is probably too big to be able to patch in, but stealth should work. Now, here's another minor little glitch. Because it was a player who died in this car, I really struggled to get him out. You know, it took me like half a dozen attempts. That's something else that could be doing with patches. Patches? With patched. You know what I mean. So here we are. We're on patch 105. The game's been out, what, a month or so. Over a month. And they've done four or five patches. So, you know, credit to them for that. But they're addressing the wrong things. They still seem hung up more on addressing how certain players are glitching to get money. Now, Rockstar, that's your issue. It's not our issue. When, you know, as gamers, most of us aren't glitching, and most of us shouldn't suffer by having your attention focus on that because you want to make money with microtransactions. Said this before, and most people agree, there are much better ways to make money from microtransactions for games. Much better ways. You've lost any moral high ground by selling money anyway, right? You're just going to have to accept that on this particular aspect, you screwed up. Right? You've screwed up. I mean, I'm driving around here trying to see if there's a jet that I can steal. And there's no jets around. Now, is that design that all of a sudden you can go into a base one day and there'll be half a dozen jets, and you go into a base the next day and there's no jets? Is that design? Because if it is, it's bad design. Or is it something that needs patched? Right, we're coming up to the end of this now. I've given you some thoughts on what I think should be patched into the game, how the game should develop. As always, guys, I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. Where should Rockstar be placing their priorities with patches? This is Muppet out. Take it easy. Ciao.